And I'm back with you guys today, and today we're playing some mother freaking Rogue Company. Rogue Company is a free game you can download now on the Epic Games Store. It is free on console, free on Switch, Xbox, PlayStation. I think it's even on mobile. I honestly don't really know. I don't think it's on mobile because this game's kind of tasking when it comes to the graphics, but overall, I think it's a really cool game. As you can see, it has a character selection similar to like Rainbow Six Siege, where every one of the characters has like a different ability. This game takes like a lot of inspiration from certain third-person shooters, such as Gears of War, when it comes to the actual gunfights. Obviously, it's not all shotguns and peppering people across the map like Gears of War. It's more like downed-based, kind of like a battle royale. But the gunfights seem like Gears of War. And it has kind of like an economy system similar to like Counter-Strike, or kind of like, I don't know what game has like upgrades that stay with you throughout the matches. As you can see, I'm playing Dima here. His character ability is just a grenade launcher that has a bigger like blast radius than regular grenades. So that's pretty much all his ability is. But he's pretty fun. His gun's pretty good. Throughout the game, you'll see me purchasing upgrades towards my weapons and towards my perks. Those upgrades stay on my weapons and my perks throughout the game, unlike, Counter-Strike or Valorant, where, I guess it's kind of like Valorant, where if you buy your abilities but don't use them, they kind of like transfer over to the next round. But they're not really kind of like upgraded abilities or like upgradable amount of abilities. They just kind of, help you reload faster while sprinting or whatever. Those are just pretty much the types of abilities that you can have. Same thing with your gun upgrades. If you die, you're not going to lose your gun upgrades and stuff like that. You can't upgrade your ability. Your ability is naturally already pretty good. But yeah, it's a 4v4 game mode with like Counter-Strike style game mode with kind of like, bomb, plants or defense. There's also a control game mode similar to like a Call of Duty, Cold War, or Black Ops 4, whatever you like, where essentially you have to hold the point or kill the enemy team until they run out of lives, and that's how you're going to win. You either capture both the points or, deplete the enemy team's life, whether you're on attacking or defending. And then the last game mode is pretty much like Hardpoint from Call of Duty. You stay on the hardpoint, defend people as they come, and yeah, you win the game that way. I obviously just play the Demolition, which is pretty much like Search and Destroy or like regular bomb game modes from like Rainbow Six or Valorant, stuff like that. You can see it's kind of like a third-person overview. You can switch over through shoulders, similar to like Gears of War, and what other game kind of has that mechanic? I don't know what other game has that. I guess I honestly don't really remember, to be completely honest. But yeah, this game's pretty fun. Every character has a unique set of weapons. Very few characters have the exact same weapon. A lot of characters have the exact same pistol, which is usually the Desert Eagle or like an automatic SMG. And yeah, all the characters have different abilities. Their abilities are quite passive. They're not too overbearing like Rainbow Six is, where they can do a shit ton of shit with their things, or like, Overwatch, where one character can do 3 different things at once. So yeah, there's the healing character that heals people when they're down. There's like the grenade launcher character. There's like the scan character, stuff like that. I think it's a relatively fun game. It's super balanced. Even when the guns are fully upgradable, the movement in this game is just pristine, to the point where if you like feel like you're getting outgunned and outshot in the game, you just like, you can switch over to your abilities or just get better with the movement in general. Obviously, the better you do, the more money you get, similar to like Counter-Strike and Valorant. The more money you get, the more things you can buy, the better you can upgrade your guns. Simple as that. Everybody's kind of tanky in this game. As you can see, not too tanky, but you can buy armor that will make your character increasingly tanky, just depending on the situation. Hipfire is kind of shit, as I just get mauled right here by this Ronin character. Also, this game has a really cool, unique set of abilities when it comes to melee weapons. I believe melee weapons do like 50 damage a hit. If you fully max it, you can, one-hit people down with your melee weapon. You can also insta-down somebody if you throw your melee weapon, which is very difficult. Similar to the difficulty of like a Call of Duty game, where you kind of have to really aim. You have to, take into account the arc of the throw and stuff like that. But I really like this game just because of the competitive integrity, and like the buying system is really cool. It's not overpriced. It's not underpriced at all, where everybody has everything by the end of the game. It really has to depend on like what you're actually doing for your team. If you're getting kills, if you're getting knocks, if you're just killing people that are down, are you just using your abilities, are you damaging people? It takes into account all that stuff to actually give you money. Sometimes it's better than other times, just depending on what your team composition looks like. Obviously this game does have like a team composition, as every 4v4 major multiplayer game does. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't really follow like the metas, but there are metas. There is a competitive side to this game. There's a ranked mode that you can only achieve when you are level 30, I believe. I'm like level 20 in this video right here, this clip. I have been playing. Season 1 just dropped. This game has been kind of like an early release / beta for the past year and a half. And Season 1 finally dropped. They have like a total of like, I think it's like 12 or 15 characters. 8 original characters that everybody has, and 12 characters that are like 10 characters that you can buy with different abilities and stuff like that. None of the characters feel super repetitive. They all kind of play a little bit differently. There is weights to this game, so depending on what you play, like a heavy character, obviously your character's gonna be slower. If you play a lighter character, you're gonna be lighter, similar to like Rainbow Six Siege. But other than that, it's pretty fun. It is a first to 7 on this game mode, and I believe this game mode is the only competitive game mode, so that's why a lot of people play this, just for preparation of competitive. They have a bunch of maps in this game, which is kind of weird. A lot of early games, such as Valorant, don't really have like super great maps at the beginning. For instance, like Valorant had a lot of maps, or at least the early iterations of Valorant's maps. Not that they've changed that much, but we're super attacker defender sided. Unfortunately, this game does fall into that category where a lot of the newer maps are clearly defender or clearly attacker sided when it comes to attack and defense on this game, and you can clearly see that just by the layout of this, the defender attacking spawn. More of the OG maps, like this one is an OG map that came out as soon as the game dropped. It's kind of defender sided, attacker sided. It's pretty balanced, not gonna lie. But there are some maps that are a little bit here and there. Here I kind of clutch up here. As you can see, characters are tanky, but if you're shooting them correctly, you will get the downs that you need to get and confirm those kills if you need to. That fire's a little iffy, but clutching up for the team right there. And I'm playing with, I believe, some randos. A lot of people do talk with mics, so if you guys are wondering if I communicate with my teammates, will it happen? It most certainly will, because there's a lot of little kids on here, actually. It's kind of similar to like Fortnite. Obviously, it's on the Epic Store. It's free. There's skins, a battle pass. It's instantly going to attract that sort of demographic. But it's more the mature demographic. Obviously, you're not going to have, fucking SpongeBob weapon skins and Fortnite, Batman, Spider-Man type shit coming out here in this game. This is obviously more towards the, serious third-person shooter type audience. Some people will get that, some people won't, and it just kind of depends on you and what your lobby looks like. But for the most part, I've met some pretty cool and chill people on this game. Some older gentlemen playing this game, just because it's a little bit slower paced, but it still kind of has that fast-paced action that we all long for from the early Fortnite days. But yeah, I like this game a lot. You'll be probably seeing a lot more content. Let me know if you guys like seeing this type of content. If you guys just want to see me play like matches are relatively short. Like this game right here is like what, 16 minutes or something like that. Not too long, and I'm pretty sure I can cut out all the dead space of the rounds we lose, and then just make highlight clips and stuff like that. So let me know if you guys want to see more Rogue Company games. There's a lot of streamers that play this game. It's a really great streamer game, just because there's already like a streamer mode enabled and stuff like that. So you're not gonna run into too many like cheaters or closeted stream snipers. Obviously, if you're not the big streamer, you're not gonna get that. But other than that, this game is really fucking cool. All the gadgets, like I said, are muted. One of the big things that is kind of bad about Rainbow Six Siege is a lot of the characters' main abilities should be a passive ability. For instance, you see Thatcher being banned a lot in ranked on Rainbow Six Siege. Because his ability is a secondary ability in almost every other game. In Call of Duty, they have EMP grenades, but in this Rainbow Six Siege game, the EMP grenades is his primary ability, making the choice and selection very minuscule when it comes to the actual choices you could make in the game and adapt to bans and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure this game will implement character bans and stuff like that, map bans, map choices. You can't really choose the map you want to play on, to kind of just get the look of the draw, depending on the the game mode you're playing. And yeah, This game does really have a good sense of map design when it comes to the overall map designs. I just feel like this game's kind of falling into that the Call of Duty category, where some of the maps are built for the other game modes and not for the rest of the game modes. For instance, this map is a good S&D map. It's a good hardpoint map. It's maybe not so good of a control map. There are very few maps in this game that really encompass all three of the game modes super well, and we saw that a lot with Call of Duty in the early days. We still see it in Call of Duty nowadays, and I just hope that this game can see what Call of Duty didn't do right, and hopefully make it better when it comes to overall game sense and game mechanics. I will say this game has a great sound quality. As you see, my character right here is like looking at a corner because I heard someone. I was right, there was someone there. He heard me run, he heard me mantle, and he reacted to it. So the sound quality in this game, super cool. The only bad thing about this game is that there is no like leave penalty. I'm sure there probably is a leave penalty once when you play in a ranked mode, but in more of the casual game modes, you do not see a ranked penalty at all, which kind of blows. It makes games go really quickly. It makes games not so fun for the enemy team or whoever's team is lost a guy, just because third-party, gunfights and stuff like that are really prevalent in this game, and for some reason, it's just super impossible to get away from that. You have to have like the highest fire rate gun maxed out with all the perks in order to even have a chance to redeem yourself in a 1v3 type situation. I mean, you can do it, but this game has the ability where you can down or pick up downed people relatively easily. So like Saint, for instance, is the healing character. He's like the mercy of the game, likening it to Overwatch. He can pretty much click his ability and pick up somebody instantaneously. It's kind of difficult to do that if you're playing against a really well coordinated team, but that's just an example of an ability that kind of makes the down mechanic of the game have a lot of variability. There's characters that could straight up just pick themselves up from being down. I mean, obviously they don't have as much health as a normal person would. They would only have like small amount of health, similar to like how Rainbow Six does it. But yeah, you can pick up your characters relatively easily. I mean, it does make noise, and stuff like that, so it's not completely broken, but in this game you really have to work on confirming your kills on the certain characters. So like, how in Rainbow Six Doc can pick himself up if he stims himself. There's like a couple characters that can do that in this game. Chak is one of the characters. He can just pick himself up right at the end of the game, or right when he's downed, like immediately after he's downed. Saint can pick them up relatively quickly. He pushes his ability button and you literally get that revive stim pack or whatever it's called. Fly across the map, zoom insanely quickly. Here you guys see me choke so hard on this Ronin. I'm so bad at this game. He's literally one shot. I have 2 bullets. I do not have the ability for me to reload quick while sprinting, and we absolutely choked this round. You can see how a lot of those perks really come in handy. There's a perk where you can reload while sprinting. Those are obviously perks you have to buy. You keep throughout the round, but you see how influential those stupid perks can be. And I think I buy it right here. No, I don't. I just go for my gun. But yeah, very influential when it comes to the perks in this game. You just really have to be like absolutely shitting on the enemy team to absolutely get all your perks. I've done it only a few times where I've gotten every single perk, and by like round 5 I have gotten almost every single kill or at least every single down throughout the match. So I mean, you're gonna get pretty easy lobbies starting up. You're not gonna be thrown into the pit, kind of like in Rainbow, where you click newcomer or casual and you're gonna get shit on no matter what game mode you're gonna be playing in. This game puts you into the relatively low time played lobbies, and I think that's what this game goes off of, time played. So it's actually a good idea when it comes to the long run and the longevity of the game. So it's pretty awesome to see that Epic is taking first person, or technically it's a third person shooter, really seriously. I'm not sure if this game still has first person abilities. There were certain characters that they had like super high zoom scopes on their guns, right? And that would in turn relate to you can actually first person zoom in through your weapon. I don't know if they removed this feature or if they just changed it a little bit, but I tried playing a character I remember had this ability and it was completely removed, which I think was a good idea, because if you think about it, if you can third person aim and have very little like bloom towards your weapon fire, it's completely like OP compared to, you're playing a character that can only zoom in through your screen or through in a scope, for example. So very interesting to see that ginormous gameplay mechanic being altered. And I think, Epic is pretty much listening to the community here. As you can see, we tied up 4-4. We do change some stuff around when it comes to the next round. Obviously, this game has round switches. So every 6 rounds, it does switch the sides, whether you're attacking or defending. Similar to like Valorant or Counter-Strike, where if you're winning 6 rounds straight, you're gonna switch over and you're only gonna have to win one more round to finish the 7-0 sweep, or just get your 7 rounds. Obviously, if you're playing a little bit more of a competitive match, you don't really have to worry about all that much. You're just gonna switch rounds and you'll be fine. But yeah, overall map design really complements a lot of the players and a lot of the characters in this game. I feel like this game definitely hits that on the mark compared to like Rainbow Six, where they almost have to completely redesign the entirety of the map just to fit this one player's playstyle. And it's kind of crazy to think that an entire game would change the way a map is just to suit this one character, or like nerf this one character and stuff like that. So like Oryx, for example, can't just jump on top of a roof through a breakable hatch. They're all reinforced now, stuff like that. And I think this game just really does a good job of balancing the maps and the characters when it comes to the overall usability of all these characters and all their abilities. This game is, like I said, it's super fast paced. You have to use your utility in this game, similar to like a Rainbow. You really have to get your utility usage down. If not, you're really not gonna make the most of your gameplay. You're gonna find these great players that have this amazing movement, like that Ronin I just downed and killed, and it's not gonna be easy for you if you think you're just gonna be able to like point and shoot. At the beginning, obviously, it eases you into that sort of game style, but obviously towards the end it doesn't. So you can see, upgrading my weapon after I bought it. Once you get the 3rd upgrades, you can definitely see like a bigger magazine, a grip under it for better stability. The next upgrade has like a scope and like a suppressor, I think. And all of those things do obviously affect the image of the gun, as well as the mechanics of the gun. There is great customizations in this game. Obviously, they're all locked behind paywalls. There is a battle pass for Season 1. Season 1 just dropped about last week, I believe, since I'm making this video. So it's obviously still a fresh battle pass. You still have a lot of time to get through it. There's only 50 tiers, and you rank up kind of, steadily in this game. Not too slow, not too fast. Not as slow as Apex or Call of Duty, but not as fast as like Fortnite, obviously, or Rainbow Six Siege, depending on if you play Rainbow Six Siege a lot. But yeah, it's a pretty good stuff. And obviously sound cues and visual cues are great in this game. Obviously, I heard and saw them throw that little explosive knife onto the floor, and it was pretty clear, pretty distinct. This game does not have too much of a blindsided mechanics of the game, I guess you can say, where if you don't know what you're looking at, too bad, that's on you, bro. You need to play more. So much like Rainbow, if you see like a drone with a Mozzie drone compared to a drone without a Mozzie drone, it's going to be very difficult unless you get very close up to it, or immediately know that there's a drone captured, or immediately know that you have a drone captured by your teammate, stuff like that. So yeah, this game really does help a lot. There's a great tutorial on some of the default maps, as well as some of the newer maps. I believe have tutorials as well, so not too bad. But overall, great game. I believe we close it out here. I guess I could just commentate. The character I'm using is Dima, so if you guys want to try him out, go ahead. This game also does have character progression. It's not very big progression. It's kind of just like the more you use them, the more levels you get. And level 10 is the highest you can like progress this person. And as you progress, you get like little rewards such as emotes. There is emotes in this game. You get little like emblems and stuff like that. There's grapples and rappel lines throughout the entirety of the maps. Most of the maps have it, just to have some like variability when it comes to the gameplay. It's not just like run and duck and shoot. There's like rappel lines. There's obviously big stairways. There's areas you can drop from. I think I shoot almost everybody here in this situation. Nope, we clutched the game out right there. GG, easy. The defuse is pretty easy. The keybinds are pretty awesome, and yeah. Go try out Rogue Company. Let me know if you guys like this gameplay. I'll definitely show some more in the future. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.